Welcome to Surah Hacking Practice 1 on Surah Al-Asr. Okay, in this video, this is the first part of 3 videos because we have 3 lines for Surah Al-Asr. I will go through the process of hacking the meaning of the words in this surah. Okay, so like I said in class, you would know many of the meanings of the words in the surah, but that's not the point here. The point here is to apply the processes that you have learned onto this surah, the words in this surah, so that you practice whatever you have learned, and then you can apply those processes on other words in the Quran. Okay, let's start with the first line. Okay, there will be 3 lines. Let's start with the first line. Okay, what do we do first? We identify the type of word string. Wal-Asr would be a noun string, Inna would be a particle, Al-Insan would be a noun, Lafi would be a particle, Khusrin would be a noun string. And then what do? We translate the particles first. So Inna, we would refer to table 4 to get the meaning, and the meaning is indeed. Okay, you would need to refer to your table to verify that. And then the next particle we go to is Lafi. Same, we go to table 4 and you have to break it. So La would mean truly. Okay, La would mean truly, and Fi would mean in or at. Okay, there's no root for this, so you don't have to find the roots and scopes for that. Okay, so we go next to the noun. Okay, let's go to the easiest noun here, which is khusr. As we can see, there are 3 letters, so we know that the roots here are kha, sin, and ra. And the scope would be 5 to 13. Okay, so this is 7, 9, 11. So far it is within 5 to 13, so we put a tanween at the back. Okay, so the scope would be like this: khusrun. Okay, so you go to the dictionary, add the root entry of khasin ra, and find the scoped noun, which is this, and then you will get the meaning, which is loss. Okay, so next would be al-insan. Al-insan, you take the alif lam out, which means the. Okay, and then you would hack what is at the back. Okay, with the blue pen. Okay, this one is number 12. Okay, this one is number 12, and then you are left with 3. So this one would be Hamza would be 7, 9, and 11. So you have the root Hamza, Nun, Sin. Okay, and then you scope between 5 to, the scope is between 5 to 13, right? So you scope. Okay, and you would have insan, and then the tanween will be at the back. So insanun, you would find insanun in the dictionary, and then you would get the meaning as man. Okay, man. And then the last noun would be wal-asr. Okay, so let's color this red, and then this one is number 4, and this one can be number 3 or can be number 2. Okay, if it's number 2, it can be an or starter. Okay, if it's number 3, it would be by. Okay, so how do we know it's number 3 or 2? We look at what the noun that comes after it. When the noun that comes after it is kasra, then most likely this wa means by. Okay, and then you hack ain sotra. So ain sotra would be the root, and then this is 7, 9, 11. So the scope would be at the end of this, asrun, so you would get asrun, and when you look at the dictionary you would get the meaning, which is time. Okay, so we can translate now. Okay, so you translate, you write everything there. So by wa the al asr time. Okay, by the time, and then indeed the man truly in loss. Okay, in loss. Alright, so the tanween here, if you look at table 7 rules of translation, it would be rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's rule number 6 on al and tanween. You can read, and the tanween means there's an okay, there's an but this can be there and can also not be there, depending on the context of the sentence. Okay, so when we translate this, okay, we would need to do some adjustments. Okay, so by the time doesn't sound right, even though al means the. Okay, so what you do is that you al based on rule 6 of rules of translation is either the, but when the is not appropriate, you change the noun into a capital, so it becomes sort of a proper noun, so it becomes by a time instead of by the time. Indeed the man. Okay, this sounds very awkward, so you change. Okay, the same rule applies. Truly in a loss. Okay, man truly in a loss. Okay, so what do you do here? You do there's sort of missing is here. Truly is in a loss. Why do you add an is here? Because every sentence has a that begins with a noun has a subject and a predicate. Okay, so man is the subject of the sentence, in a loss is the predicate of sentence. So if you look at rule number 2 of the rules of translation, table 7, you need to imply an is, okay, in between the subject here and the predicate here, to make it sound better, to make it sound more meaningful. Okay, so there you have it. The eventual translation would be by time, indeed man truly is in a loss. Okay, and if you see that here is not appropriate, then you can just cancel it. Okay, depending on whether you the context, whether the meaning is correct with an or without an okay, sometimes both, you can use both with an or without an okay. So we have finished the first line. Okay, the next video will be on the second line. Okay, this is quite long. The second line would be shorter a bit, I think. Okay, see you in the second video. Thank you so much for watching.